The arrest on child pornography charges of a person of interest in Jacob Wetterling's disappearance raises questions about how predatory online behavior can go unnoticed for so long. A Kare11 investigation finds despite law enforcement's best efforts, the victimization of children, some just months old, is taking place every day in homes and on computers from Minnesota's biggest towns to its smallest.
Kare11's AJ Legault has never before seen information on just how widespread child pornography is in Minnesota.
Keystrokes, clicks, downloads, uploads, chat rooms, file sharing sites, social media. The internet is a big place.
Sort of the wild, wild west.
Bill Wiltsey, an 18-year veteran cop, is now the executive VP of the Florida-based nonprofit Child Rescue Coalition. While we all know the World Wide Web has a dark side, Wiltsey says what most of us don't know is the true extent with which children are debased, defiled, and sexually exploited online here in Minnesota.
Most people don't, and they don't know really how close they are to this.
While the Wetterling case changed how many Minnesota parents parent, what we're about to show you may prove just as eye-opening. This interactive Google Earth image is in fact a roadmap to those here in Minnesota enjoying the victimization, even rape, of children. Every one of these red dots represents an IP address for a computer in our state known to be trading in pornographic images of children just within the last 365 days.
It's not uncommon to see toddlers and infants.
Some of the dots in urban areas represent multiple computers. The Child Rescue Coalition maintains the software behind this map. It was originally developed by law enforcement and is able to track the IP addresses of computers tied to child pornography. For example, in tiny Annandale, where Wetterling suspect Danny Heinrich was living, there are 3 IP addresses known to be trafficking in child exploitation videos and images this past year.
You're actually tracking, often in real time, people who are dealing in child pornography.
That is exactly what we do, and we do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That information is then shared with law enforcement, such as the Minnesota Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, where it's been used to make numerous arrests, including that of Rexley Furman of Federal Dam, a 2-time sex offender convicted just last month of producing homemade graphic sex videos with 4- and 5-year-old girls. You may now be asking yourself the same question we had.
If the police know where the IP address is, how does someone not get arrested? How does someone slide under the radar for years?
I can tell you the volume of information that we know about is very extensive.
The answer, unfortunately, takes us back to the map. It's not so much someone sliding under the radar. There's simply too many targets on the radar, too many to arrest. So police are forced to focus resources on the worst of the worst. In the last year, there are 1,962 known IP addresses in Minnesota trafficking in child abuse imagery. Nationwide, the number jumps to 135,000.
In many or even most jurisdictions, there aren't enough jail beds if you were to arrest everyone to house them.
It's that big.
It's that big a problem, yes.
And it's not just an American problem. I want to show you some real-time data captured on a single day last week. Again, each of these dots blotting out a map of the world represents an IP address trafficking in images of molested kids.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's a scary picture.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, AJ.
It really is. Just
Thank you.
eye-opening.